to Delhi. This is going nationwide now. Yesterday it was the VHP that was protesting. Now we are getting news that there are protests being organized by Karni Sena. Vinod Sharma, a member of the Saket Bar Association, in fact, the president of Saket Bar Association, he is the head of one of the organization. You can see the lawyers have been protesting in the court premises, now joins us on the broadcast. Sir, what really are your demands?
Ma'am, you see, so far as our legal system is concerned, it does not go by demands and all these things. There cannot be any media trial, or our court procedure cannot be influenced by any of the demands raised by any group of people. We are bound by our Criminal Procedure Code and Indian Penal Code. The court is strictly bound to follow the procedure, and we can't go beyond that procedure.
Okay, so are you trying to say that you will be appealing all these lawyers who are raising slogans outside and within the premises of Saket Court to desist from doing so?
Ma'am, you see, it is their own free will. We are in a democratic society. Freedom of speech and expression is there. We are in a country where sometimes emotions prevails, but law is not guided by emotions.
Yes. So, but you know, you cannot really stop people from expressing their emotions, because this matter, like I have been emphasizing time and again, hits a home here. You can see the lawyers who are there in the premises. Of course, the court is not going to be impacted by what happens outside of the courtroom, but you can definitely see signs of the impact that this case has had on the people and their psyche, including the lawyers. But Mr. Vinod Sharma, when it comes to people raising slogans on the court premises, do you think that in some way also hampers the court process? Because now the case that should have begun at 3 o'clock has been postponed to 4, and the person is going to be presented virtually. Is that going to have any sort of impact on the hearing?
Ma'am, you see, sufficient security arrangements are there within our court premises. So, see, anybody can express his views, freedom of speech and expression, which is the most sacrosanct right enshrined in Part 3 of our Constitution. That is there, but they cannot interfere in the court proceedings.
Okay, so do you think...
Neither we will allow to interfere in the court's proceedings.
Do you think that the fact that this proceeding had to be converted from an in-person to an online proceeding is a hindrance and an interference?
No, ma'am. See, sometimes even in our day-to-day proceedings also, several times we have virtual hearing in the cases also.
Okay.
And
so
see,
what will be your message to the lawyers that we are seeing on the screens right now?
Pardon?
What is it that you would like to tell the lawyers who are protesting and raising slogans at Saket Court?
Definitely, till now I was busy in our matters. I will go and see what is going on outside.
And you will tell them to stop sloganeering?
I will go there and see what is going on, what is their demand, what they are saying, what they are protesting. Then I will consider those circumstances, and accordingly I will take the decision.
Right. Thank you, sir, for joining us with those inputs. Let me bring in Mayank as well on this broadcast. Mayank, tell us a little bit more about the actual evidence that the cops have managed to get so far, because there are a lot of details coming by the second, but they're all based on the confessions that have been made by Aftaab under a section that makes them unreliable when it comes to them being cited as evidence in a court of law is concerned. What can you tell us about evidence, hard evidence, irrefutable evidence that the police has gathered so far in this case?
Well, Priya, you have just distinguished very, meticulously about, hard evidence that the Delhi police officials have got in their investigation. So as of now, they have, not got any hard evidence that can be called in legal terms as clinching evidence. Because in the past also we have seen that Delhi police officials have gone through some embarrassing moments because of lack of those what the legal experts call clinching evidence. But there are some circumstantial evidences that the Delhi police have managed to piece together. Those are the presence of vacuum cleaner, presence of some blood samples on the floor of the kitchen and also on the floor of the washroom, and those are the circumstantial evidences that Delhi police has tried to piece together, along with the mapping of the CCTV cameras in the neighborhood where Aftaab Poonawalla was residing with Shraddha before she was murdered and butchered. So those sort of circumstantial evidences have been pieced together very meticulously by Delhi police. But in terms of hard evidence that you are looking for, or else the court will look for in terms of deciding
Okay.
and pinning the
Right,
blame for